That is very true.
Yeah, there's that. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Night Mental Health Matters. As we are recording this, it's Monday. It's our day off. So here we are. Why are we here? Because 2 out of every 3 gun deaths you hear about are the S word. And unfortunately, I have to stop saying the S word, but y'all know what that is. So that my channel doesn't get shut down. So mental health matters. What do we talk about? Well, life in general, because life is hard. And different ways that we all get to cope with and do stuff. So who do I have here? This is Taryn. She's usually over there in the chat, or over there in the chat, or up there in the chat, depending on which were Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of those things. So Taryn is one of my students, because I have the coolest students, just so we're clear, at a Great Start Shooting School, because they bring me gifts. Yes, we have lemon garlic hot sauce. Wait, I have the thing. Where's the thing? Taryn has her Facebook site. If you go to her Facebook thingy, scroll back to what? When did you get the lemons? February? March?
Yeah.
February. There's a whole lot of lemon talk on her Facebook around February-ish into March because she got a lot of lemons. Wait, show them your water. Hold on. She's like, I always have water. More lemons. And it smells lovely when she opens up and drinks. So anyway, I have spicy friends. And then we have bruschetta in a jar, which I'm very excited because she says it's nice and garlicky. So, and then we have a sweet tea peaches that she brought as well, which is the children's favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm confident that my daughter will probably eat them all if I don't eat them all first. So, a lady of many talents, lots of fooding. Having foodie friends is always a good thing, without a doubt. Yes, always. One of the things that we have talked about in the past is that she showed me. She's doing when did the Pantry challenge start?
So it is from the months of January through the end of February.
Okay, January, February. And so I was following her page. And she shows me a picture of her coffee mug. So go ahead. She brought her coffee mug with her because she remembers me talking about that. Now, depending on the perspective, I think the picture that I saw was about like this in front of her face. So like legit, I think she had a whole bowl of coffee, which it is still relatively large.
More than recommended.
So, so part of the pantry challenge is to live out of your pantry. And, coffee was the one thing that she wasn't 100% sure if you're going to make it through.
It's always dicey.
It's always dicey. Now, is this your first time doing your pantry challenge?
No, this was actually our 4th year doing it. Oh. So it was not our first rodeo, but every year is always a little different. So.
Okay. All right. So what got you started 4 years ago?
Great question.
Okay.
So 4 years ago, and even before that, we have loved growing and preserving different foods, putting them up in different and unique ways. But I'm also constantly in this mindset of doing and not always in the mindset of resting. And when the wintertime comes, the earth takes a rest, the garden is at rest. And there were other YouTubers that had this challenge going. And this is kind of their season of rest, where it's, you live out of your pantry and what you put up. And it's a great learning experience because then you know what you like, what you don't like. You get to plan for the next year. Because ultimately, we don't do what we do just to have it sit on a shelf.
Even if it looks pretty.
Even if it looks super pretty sometimes. And I just want to leave it there like a little vase. But it is food. And
I can't sniff through the vacuuming guy,
but
I can try. Oh, all right. Sorry.
You're good.
I'll start licking things randomly.
Oh, but it's gonna be fun. But yeah, I mean, stuff doesn't. Okay.
It's little tiny camera. I'm sorry. I don't want to chop off the half of your face. All right. So YouTubers got you started on this.
Yes. Different YouTubers. It's a formal challenge that's put out. But also the stuff on the shelf, I mean, it's still going to be good, but nutritionally over time, it's not going to be as nourishing to our bodies. So it's a great way to cycle through things, make sure that we're refreshing, planning for next season.
See, this reminds me of a failure I'd had. Oh, yes. Hold, please. It's not even that far away. Here's my failure. This is wild rice.
Oh.
Picked from a canoe in Maine.
Okay.
And the nutritional value is not at this point in time because this is probably close to 10 years old.
Oh.
But I made the mistake of wanting to save it for a special occasion.
Exactly.
So sadly, that's why it's in my office now instead of the kitchen, is because I did talk about this on one of the other mental health matters of use the fine china.
Yeah.
Take the silver out. Use the crystal. Whatever the thing is, because it's like someone took time and effort to paddle their canoe through the bogs or wherever the rice paddies in Maine to make this. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. And I saved it. Yes.
Yeah.
These are not going to have the same fate.
Oh, good. Well, you know where to find more.
Yes, there's that.
Yeah.
Not according to your children, though.
Well, we're going to be getting a whole bunch more peaches this summer. So.
Okay. All right. Do you have peach trees?
We do not. No. We have to do bulk orders. We don't grow all of our food. We don't have the property for that.
That's it. Forget about it.
I know.
I have some land down here. You want to? We have almost 1,100 blueberry bushes over there.
I can do something with that.
And y'all can come and
Okay.
yeah. All right. Sorry. Back to mental health matters. Hope y'all have fun watching.
This is our day off.
All right. This is our day. I'm in pajamas still, basically. So anyway, yeah, my bad. So back on track for real. Okay. Love coffee. 4 years of this. Got started. What was the first year like?
The first year was a little bit of an adjustment for the kids. They were still young. And
how old are they now?
Now they are 7 and 5. But back then, I mean, Asher he's my youngest. He didn't really know. He just gets served food and whatever. But as we started to run out of some of the other preferences in the house, there was a little bit of, I don't know. Yeah, a little bit of whiplash and whatnot. It's like, Mom always has berries in the fridge. Where did all the berries go? Kind of thing. But
gotcha.
I think that I learned a lot about myself, about how to truly assess my pantry. Because when I go grocery shopping, a lot of the times, if there's something that's on sale or if I buy a larger quantity, I get a cheaper price. I'll do that.
Yes, people always thought that I was a prepper because I'd always have piles of like toilet paper and paper towels long before COVID, just so we're clear. But no, I just hate shopping. So bulk, I like that.
Great.
It is.
Bulk is only great if you're actually going to use it. And that's what I learned about myself because, until I had to intentionally only shop through my pantry, I realized there were certain things that I bought to have thinking I would use them. But we don't use them. That's just not something that my family enjoys. So the way that I have shopped from that first year has shifted a little bit. We still have.
I've had those purchases in my basement. I'm pretty sure I like peas. No one else in my family likes peas, but I've got a case of peas.
Okay.
And then I threw away a case of peas 3 to 5 years later.
Yeah.
And so happens. Yes, the rotation also. I'm guessing you got better with that. Yes.
Yes, exactly. It helps keep things fresh. It helps me to make smarter choices about where we are going to invest our money and where maybe we won't, even if it's a good buy. If I'm not going to use it, or if it's not my family's favorite, or we already get a better price, or we already have a lot of an alternate that I could use instead so that I have to buy fewer things. That has definitely changed how my pantry looks.
All right. So year one was, okay, the kids have preferences and strongly. And as parents, we live for our children as far as I know.
Yeah.
Because we are the maids and the cooks and the bottle washers. Year two, does it feel like a piece of cake by year 4? Or is it still like a little bit of, how are we going to get through it this year? Because this is my first time following you for this. And so it seems like if you follow her Facebook page, that, you kind of make a game of it with the kids. You gamify this as far as, guys, let's see what we can figure out and what we can do.
Yeah.
And so as they're older now, you said 7 and 8?
Okay. 7 and 5.
7 and 5. So, and Asher's the young one, youngest? But Asher already cooks at 5 years
He
old.
does.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So you gamify it now.
Yes.
How long did it take you to get that from year 1 to year 4?
Oh, not long at all.
Okay.
My kids are very eager to help out in the kitchen, which is great. I spend a lot of my time there, and I work outside the home. So, and they go to school. So we don't often get a ton of time together. So when there are projects that I can invite them into, they just love that. So going from year 1 to year where we are now was not hard at all. But, well, I don't want to say not hard at all. Getting them on board was not hard at all. They were very interested. The hard part now is keeping up with their creativity. Because they come up with things and they're like, oh, let's do this. Oh, let's make this. Like Asher.
You create your own monsters.
Exactly. And I want to be able to accommodate for whatever they throw at me, like a chopped kitchen challenge. But sometimes I just can't. And we have to be like, all right, let's rein this in a little bit.
Gotcha.
For example, for Thanksgiving, Asher asked me to make, he wanted pumpkin pie, but he didn't just want pumpkin pie. He wanted graham cracker crust, pumpkin pie, but a layer of pecan pie with a maple caramel on top. He's 5. Yeah. So like amazing creativity. That's going to taste imagining that.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that sounds really delicious. But now I have to execute that.
Gotcha.
And that's the tough part with them now.
Well, at least graham cracker crust is relatively simple. For those of you who don't know, graham cracker crust. Take some graham crackers, crush them, get some butter, and belt it, and stick it in a pie pan. That's kind of it.
Done.
And the right amount of butter is kind of the key of where the happiness is.
So it stays. And
yeah, it's not greasy, all that. I actually happened to have a lovely cheesecake yesterday that had a lovely graham cracker crust. Wow, words. It's Monday. It's my day off. My mouth doesn't work yet. So anyway, yes, playing with our children is always fun.
It is.
All right, so 4 years of this, what are some of your favorite things from doing this? Like the resting part. And I mean, we talked about this in December and January a little bit in Mental Health Matters, just in general, is that, yes, there is the ebb and flow of everybody's life. And you can take it from a day where you start in the morning and it is dark and the sun comes up, and then we get the height of the day at noon, and then the sun goes back down and we have darkness. And a year is the same thing. We have more darkness in the fall and the winter, and now we're in spring, so we're having more light again, and in the summer we're going to have the most light, so that's our high noon of the year. And then in the fall we start having less light again. And I find so many people just think it's always the same and just go no matter what. And as overachievers, not that you and I would ever, no, not us. You guys watching out there, not us. We don't do too much or look at my calendar and think I should probably be going into hives for the amount of stuff that's on there. But no, not us. But anyway, those people out there who just go all the time, it is just but now you're talking about your youngest having all of these creative ideas. Do you really get to rest during the pantry challenge?
Great question. So yes and no. I think that rest just looks a little different. I'm not having to do the preservation. I'm not having to go out into the garden and do that work. I don't have to drive to the grocery stores in January and February, which are the most disgusting months to go to the grocery store because there's the snowstorms and the bread and milk chaos and whatnot that I just don't want to put up with. So yes, there is rest in that those tasks are not taken care of, but it is more intentional time at home, which to me is like a different flavor of rest. It's not just sitting around, but we do play more board games. We get more time at night because I don't have to fit in that run to the store or anything like that. So is it kicking up my feet and just sitting around drinking coffee and tea and whatnot?
I got espresso over here. I forgot to offer that before we sat down. Ooh, my bad.
That would make this even more chatty.
Minor technicalities, my bad. One word done, because it makes too much noise. Y'all wouldn't be able to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Next time I'll be a better hostess. So yes. Well, I got gifts. I feel like I should give back.
You are the gift.
I am the gift.
Time with you.
Actually, thank you. I'm just laughing because in live action role playing that I used to do in my 20s, my character name actually was Gift.
No way.
I kid you not. Because I have a gift for saying really amazing things that makes everybody laugh and roll their eyes. But that's for another conversation.
Okay.
Or maybe when you turn the camera off.
Fair enough.
So yes, all of those things.
Yes.
So anyway, all right. So rest just changes. And actually, it's so funny that you say that, because I was thinking about how today is my day off. And I'm like, none of us actually have days off.
Yeah,
No, it's like we do different things. So it's like my day off is I get to reset. Especially right now, because I just came back from a week of traveling. That not putting too much on my calendar was like since last Thursday. So before I left for my trip, I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, worked half a day on Saturday because we then had early Easter, because I was leaving on Sunday. So I only worked half a day on Saturday and then had all the family over for Easter dinner on Saturday evening, and then somehow managed to pack and leave Sunday. Oh wait, no, and then so Sunday morning I actually did the kids Easter egg hunt. So I went out first thing in the morning, Sunday morning, and did the Easter eggs in the woods, and then got my kids to go find all the Easter eggs in the woods. And then I left for Tennessee on Sunday, and we're there Sunday, Monday, cleaned the house on Monday that we arrived at, which someday I'll tell the rest of the story because I kind of dropped that on Saturday night. Shot Tuesday, Wednesday, and my arms were tired because I haven't done a lot of shooting. Then came back on Thursday, a work day, full day, Friday, Saturday. Yesterday had the joy of spending the entire day with my daughter from early on in the morning until we got home at like 8:30, and we went to Foxwoods. I got her favorite noodle soup at Golden Dragon, and then we went to the arcade, and then we went to this place called Sugar, which is where I had that really yummy cheesecake. And then we went to the beach, and then we went out to dinner in Hartford, and then we came home. And today is my day off after like 10 days of just doing a little bit. Just a little bit. Like I said, hives and looking at my calendar. If I think on it too hard, I'm like, what was I thinking? Dirk Bentley. That's a song. What was I thinking? Yeah, I like that song.
Is that Sugar in East Haven?
Possibly. It's got big ducks. I think it's a
big ducks.
Yeah. Also, after we'll show pictures, or maybe I'll pop a picture up here if I edit this. I rarely edit anything, but anything is possible.
Okay.
No matter how unlikely. So yes, day off now after many days of not having a day off, and it's just like there's so much to get done.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, over there, under there, there's a pile about yay big of paperwork. Some of it's bills. I should probably get to that. But then time with you also. So there's that. Anyway. So days off, like I said, the ebb and flow. It's just we change what we're doing, right? And like you said, it's being intentional. And it's just I'm currently in an AI challenge where I'm learning about how to use AI, getting into making little apps and stuff like that. And and it's about focusing on, well, what are we doing? What's the greatest return on investment that we can actually get for the time that we spend? And in the AI class that I'm taking, it's like part of it is just tracking what you're doing and seeing what stuff you actually have to do. Because here's the thing. A lot of us will do things we don't actually have to do. How many people say, oh, you've got kids for that, don't you? I'm like, have you ever tried to make a child do something they don't want to do? It takes 3 times as long to get that done, or it doesn't get done at all and you end up doing it anyway. And so I was pretty sure my parents taught me children are slave labor. I just do what they tell me. And as far as I knew, I did. But now that I'm a parent, I'm like, maybe that was a fantasy that I had, and I said no more than yes, or I don't know, maybe I was a different child than my children. It's impossible.
Possibly.
Okay.
I think we parent differently than our parents parented.
It is possible. All of those things. So, all right. We got through Pantry Challenge.
Yees.
Learn things.
Mhm.
Play more.
Mhm.
Save money.
Oh, yes. I mean, we saved 2 whole months worth of our grocery budget, which is great.
Okay.
So we can either take that money and put it towards something else, or we can save it. A lot of times we'll take that money and invest it in something like, because we will buy a half cow at a time, which is a pricey investment.
Yes, it is. We have our half cow in there.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Yum, yum.
We've been doing that since we were in college.
Very nice.
Because my husband comes from a family of farmers.
Oh,
so it's lovely. The uncles all had cows and pigs and all of that.
Lovely.
Yes.
Yeah, so we do that. So sometimes we'll take the savings for that just to be what helps to offset those costs, or infrastructure in the garden. Sometimes we invest it back into how we produce our food or feed our family or whatnot. And sometimes it's like, oh no, there's actually this other life instance that came up, and it can be used for that. So
a massage envy.
Yes.
So anyway, Taryn and I invited her out to go to Massage Envy with me last month.
Yes.
And they did suck her in to say, yes, she should come every month.
Bullied into relaxing.
Self-care. Yes, we need self-care. And so, so now I have not one, but I have 2 girlfriends who have Massage Envy things. So I couldn't go this time, but next time maybe. That's what I started to talk about. I'm like,
I booked 2 in May. So.
Okay. Oh, all right. Mother's Day.
One's on a Tuesday.
Okay. All right. So ebb and flow of life. It's like fish swimming. Just keep swimming. Paying attention. I mean, it's got to be kind of nice to know you don't have to go to the grocery store.
Yes.
But do you find yourself trying to shove more stuff into that theoretical free time that you have now?
Good question.
She can admit it.
For the right. I would definitely say that the first couple of years, yes. Okay. I think there was a lot more stress factor, and also a lot of just, I don't know what rest is like.
Yes.
Kind of adjustments. I also had Asher, who was still very young, so there's a lot involved in a toddler's schedule. But now they're more independent, and they're little people now, and so we get to have relationships and build interest. So the last couple of years I've been trying to practice what I preach a little bit more, and actually use that season as a season of rest. It is still filled with things, but not necessarily all the projects and whatnot that I usually fill my time with.
Yeah, I understand. Like you'll ask me to do something. I'll look on my calendar. I'll see an open spot. I'm like, yes, of course I will do that. And it could be a month from now or 2 months from now. And then someone else asks me, oh, do you want to do something? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I can do that. And I put that in that other spot. And then I get to that week, and it's like that week I just explained, where it's just like I'm literally straight out for like 10 days of zero rest for me. And I am trying to get better about that. And why are we talking about this on Mental Health Matters? Because I'm confident all of us do that in some way, shape, or form.
For sure.
And Tara's one of my, regular viewers, and I'm like, it feels like Tara's Kitchen and Chasing Ghosts, her 2 YouTube channels. And actually, Taryn and I were talking about this because when I was pulling up her Facebook page, I'm like, what else do you have? And she's like, Instagram. But it's just like when we have too many channels and too many things to do, it's just like it's more time suck, or it can be. So I'm not picking on Tara. I'm just saying, like, she's the one who comes to mind because she had the kitchen one, and now it went to Ghost. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen. I've seen some of her plays, her playing guitar, and I've watched some of the riding when she was doing the motorcycle GoPro all the time. Those were my favorite. I get to live vicariously through you, Tara, because I was a dirt bike rider. I'm never gonna be like, I cannot ride on a road, because as a dirt bike rider, it is my fault if I run into a rock or a tree. On the road, too scary. Yes. So I like dirt bikes, but so anyway, so all of those things.
Yes.
All right. So by year 4, we're better at actually relaxing a little bit and realizing downtime is okay.
not perfect at it.
No.
Some days are definitely harder than others, but.
And have you had the same job the whole time?
Yes, I've been at the same job for 13 years now.
Okay. All right. So at least that you're used to. That wasn't part of the switch up.
Correct.
All right. So different time management. I'm not even going to say better, just different time management.
Fair.
Saving on groceries. Understanding better what foods you really want to eat versus that's on sale, let's get that. I'm pretty sure out there's more than just me who's also done that.
Yeah.
And then 3 years later, I'm like, oh, I should probably get rid of that. It's like I've been told that the expiration dates are suggested. It's not necessarily.
To a point.
To a
point.
Yeah. And what else? What else is important that you think that you've learned with all of this?
One of the other things that I learned would be how to take little steps when I can to help future me out for those weeks where you said, oh yeah, I can do this with this person and this at this future date. But then that week comes and sometimes it's like, oh no, now I don't know how to navigate this. So I'll take little steps here and there and bulk prepare things like marinades, chicken that'll be marinating. If I'm going to take the time to make a lasagna, I'll make 3 lasagnas because
say 5,
if everything's already out, 5 is a lot of lasagna.
Small pans, single serving.
Sure.
That's what you're going to bring next. Yeah. Okay.
Sure. So if I'm already taking out the ingredients and I'm already getting the cutting board dirty and I'm already going to be measuring the spices or chopping the onions or buying the meat in bulk or whatnot, I may as well just bang out a few, and then it's an investment that I'm making now. It's going to take an extra, 3 to 5 minutes to assemble the extras, but then later down the road, all the work's done for me so that I can just pull it out and just pop it in the oven or whatnot, or show up at a friend's house and be like, hey, guess what? You have dinner tonight. Because that's another thing that we've talked about before, where you reach out to someone and it's like, oh, let me know if I can help with anything. And sometimes you just need to show up and say, here's what I did. Here's the thing. I love you. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. Ta-da. And you did that for me a couple months ago.
I believe you. What did I do?
One of my friends had tragically passed in a car accident.
Oh, yes.
And I had messaged you saying, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make it to the feed tonight. I just really don't have it in me. And the next morning, I'm dropping Asher off, and you're like, hey, I'm showing up with a coffee. Didn't have to ask or anything. And then we just chatted on the phone and whatnot. And it's one of those things where sometimes it's hard to ask for help, but in today's society, I feel like it's
an intrusion.
Exactly.
Because we're all so stupid, crazy, busy all of the time.
Yes.
And it's just like a friend of mine, Valerie, who I met, 18 years ago now, at a mother of preschoolers group. And I had shoulder surgery, and I hadn't talked to her for like years, but she saw on Facebook that I told, and she just showed up with food. Right. And it's just like when my sister died, everyone's like, oh, if you need anything, let me know.
I'm not going to do that.
And here's the reality of it. It's like, unless I'm going to sit there and write their name and number and what they could help me with, it's of zero help. No. I mean, it sounds great.
I appreciate the sentiment so much, but am I going to initiate and be like, I actually need help, or am I just going to figure it out myself?
Well, and so here's the thing. I've tried to remember this, in that when someone offers you help, say, really, what can you help me with? And write it down. Because like right now in this season where I am taking care of my mom, I need help. And I'm like, I don't know who to help.
What do you need help with?
That's just it. Right now I need someone to sleep with my mom between 8 p.m. and midnight to get the new CPAP on. That's actually what I'm working on. Because that's just a whole other thing. But anyway, it's just like when we offer help, it seems like we're doing something nice, but it's just like, I don't know. I now know that I can get fed by my friend.
For sure. I fill bellies.
I fill bellies, and it's just like, I would do anything for somebody, and it is just like, but it's weird because we don't know who to ask for what.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, yes, I'd happily help you out if there's a skill that I have for you. Because what can I do? I can help you. I can help Taryn spend money. That's what we learned that I'm very good at.
Very good at that.
I am her most expensive friend to go out and hang out with.
I think so.
Yeah, because as I mentioned before, she is a student of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and so guns and ammo are expensive. So
Yeah.
it's all my fault.
Yeah.
So anyway, but
Well, it's not your fault that they cost so much.
No,
but...
it's not my fault that they're expensive. This is true. So, all right. So we love coffee. We have. So, are you just going to continue always doing the pantry challenge in January and February? Do you love it that much?
I do love it a lot. I'm not going to say hard and fast I'm going to do it forever. There are definitely going to be times where I could see that maybe I don't have it in me this time around. But I also kind of want to make it more of just a daily habit or not even just daily, but just a continuous habit of cycling through things, being mindful, making sure that things don't, fall out of a rhythm and whatnot. So,
or you have the food in here for 5 years and then it doesn't have any nutritional value, and then it's very sad that someone did all of that work. How much has it changed what you're prepping and what you're doing?
It has changed a lot. The difficulty with that too is that my kids are still young, so their food preferences are also changing. So sometimes it's very hard to predict that. Like the first year that we did it, only Asher and I ate pickles. We love pickles, but only us. Only two of us.
Sweet and sour, dill, what kind of?
Dill pickle, spicy pickle. I love a pickle of any kind.
Okay. I had gherkins yesterday.
Ooh.
My daughter ordered steak tartare at the fancy place that we went.
Ooh.
So yes.
Just some little snack and gherkins.
It was part of the steak tartare.
Yeah, my kids love the little cornichon, little teeny tiny baby ones. I don't grow those, but they love them.
As a treat.
Yeah, we have to buy those.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had made, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 jars of pickles. And I was like, that's enough for Asher and I for the year. And come that pantry challenge that year, Eliza decided she loves pickles. And she just ate all of the pickles. And great. I'm glad you're using them.
Do fights break out over the lack of pickles?
Asher was pretty understanding. He's
you on the other hand, no.
I more so was just like, what if I want a pickle? But it's fine. It's the kids. They can have it.
Okay.
But so then this year I was like, all right, gonna do extra pickles because now we have 3 big pickle eaters and we still have 14 jars or more on the shelf because they've slowed down on the pickles. Okay. I'm like, I can't understand you guys yet.
This is why it's so hard to run a restaurant, actually, because there is the ebb and flow of everything.
Yeah,
it is just like, So yesterday, Nadia and I definitely did the carb overloads. And maybe I'll pop a picture up here, but literally, when we went to the sugar place, it's literally just called Sugar. She got a milkshake that comes with a slice of rainbow cake on top of it.
Okay. This sugar.
Yes, this sugar.
Yes. Okay.
And so it's just like, it's a milkshake with a big honking piece of cake on top of it. Yes, on top of it. And a lollipop. And
oh my god.
Oh yes. And so that was just the milkshake. That didn't include the other thing. I got the cheesecake, and there was something. Oh, we got one of those silly giant tumblers of drink. Okay. That has the dry ice in it, so it looks like looks like a potion. Yes. All of that. So yes, I should really try to edit this so I can pop up some of these pictures.
You smoke.
Yes, all of those things. But yeah, so 10,000 calories.
Oh yeah.
Give or take.
Easily.
In there.
Easily.
Yes. So but lots of sugar.
Delicious.
It was, and pretty. We like pretty. Why not?
Exhibit A.
Yeah. I sparkly. Because DJ gave me compliments about being sparkly live and in person. Because we were talking about after the show. The difference of meeting you all here on the screens versus meeting you all here in the persons. So, all of that sort of stuff. All right. So you really do always have enough coffee, I'm assuming.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
On your Facebook page, one of the other things I remember, a conversation that happened on there was someone was feeling insecure because you have it all together.
Of course I do.
And this is sort of what we talked about on last Saturday night when I said, fun is a lot of hard work. And on these things, the YouTubes, the Facebooks, any Instagram, the TikToks, all of that, it's like you see the fun stuff, but you don't necessarily see all of the hard work prior and learning how to do stuff. Like, one of the things on her post was she'll get a bag of onions and then she'll just chop it all up, the entire bag of onions. I would wear goggles for that. I know.
Yeah.
But because then you put them in baggies and then you stick them in the freezer.
Yeah.
And then the next time she has a recipe that calls for onions, you just take them out, poof, you're gone. So she and I have had these conversations of, I'm prepping now so that later me has more time. And I don't know what the actual comment was on your Facebook thing about someone feeling bad that you always get everything all together and they got nothing together. It's just like nothing that looks good happened overnight. And I tell my kids all the time, we learn the most by failure. It's like when we try to do it all is usually when we fail most massively. And, but we learn the most from our failures. And so it's just like, how long do you think it took you to take that switch of one thing at a time versus multiple things at a time? The mental change of I'm serving future me by taking this entire bag of onions and chopping it up. Like, where did you find that? Was that because of Pantry Challenge or was that just something else?
I would say Pantry Challenge adjacent. There are different people that I learned different preservation techniques from, gardening techniques from, different canning recipes and whatnot. And it was something that she just always did. And I said, wow, that just makes so much more sense. My family does not like when I chop onions.
I legit have goggles in my kitchen for that.
That's adorable. So like if they're out and I'm going to be cutting up an onion, I may as well just do all of them. Because also sometimes you only need like a little bit of an onion, and then what are you going to do with the rest of the onion? So this way, when I have it all chopped and all ready to go, I can just take like a scoop or a little bit or a lot of it, whatever I need. And I don't then have to worry about the other half of the onion. Like I've cleared that mental load of, but I don't want that to go bad. And I'm going to have to think of something to make with the other rest of the onion later on. Just like little things like that. So
how did you learn what things go in the freezer?
That's a good question.
I mean, just because I have a aunt who actually just passed, and she was the freezer queen. And in that she was an amazing baker.
Okay.
And she would bake and cook, and she would like lasagna. She'd just have it in the freezer. And it was one of those things where I'm like, I don't know what can go in the freezer because that's not my family. So what goes in my family's freezer is Stouffer's and TV dinners. Not stuff that I've done something with. And it's like we have all the blueberries, and it's just like blueberries happen to be one of those easy ones because you don't do anything to them. Matter of fact, they say don't wash them, leave the stuff on them and throw them and just do that. Because we don't use any pesticides and we don't do anything. Beautiful. So it's just all of that. So
I'm excited for blueberry season around here.
Well, bring your thorns or bring, chain mail. We've got plenty of thorns out there. I mean, thorn protection is what you're going to need.
I'll bring my armor.
Yes. And tick protection. Gosh. Okay. Yeah, it's already tick season.
Yeah.
So,
love that.
All right.
How did I learn what goes in the freezer?
Yes.
Lots
of YouTube channels.
Lots of YouTube channels, and also just looking around the grocery store. If they put it in the freezer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I was always worried about the prepping. So this goes back to the making things more difficult than it needs to be.
I'm good at that.
Yeah. Is it a girl thing? I don't know. I
don't want to generalize.
I know, but I find guys are like, yeah, just do it. And I think women are like, oh, well, do we do it right? We have to do it right, right? We can't just...
Anything worth doing is worth doing right.
Yes, and making sure you're doing all of the things right, and then never doing the thing because you're too busy researching the thing you're supposed to be doing.
Get out of my head.
I know. It's like, what? I like literally, I'm like, the webcam, yes. Literally just looked up getting me a webcam that has a longer cord. And ChatGPT is like, okay, here's 3. However, do you know doing interview stuff, more importantly, is the microphone. And I'm just like, yeah, one thing, just one thing. I just want to complete one thing. Have I ordered the new webcam? I have not. No. But anyway, yeah, so now there's rabbit holes to go down.
Perfect.
So how are your rabbit holes when it comes to Pantry Challenge?
Oh, I have a hard time not multitasking.
Okay.
So my rabbit trails are good because they're everywhere. But time management is pretty good. I for the most part, know how to finagle things.
Your 13 jars of pickles that you have from this year will still be good next year?
Yeah.
Okay. So this year, that's one thing that's off your plate.
And I'm also not going to be like putting away any pickles until probably like July, if I'm honest. So there's still time for us to eat plenty more pickles.
But does it mean that you're going to make less pickles for next year?
Possibly. Or just have some honest conversations with the kids and be like, why didn't we cycle them through? Because there are also like coins, and then there's spheres, and then there's whole ones. And they don't like the little circle ones because they don't like pickles on their sandwiches. But sometimes I do. So maybe I just don't do circles.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Yeah. Always. So this is Tony Robbins calls it CANI. CANI. Constant and never-ending improvement.
There we go. I like that.
So because you learn from the things that don't work out. And then you go, yes, like, yeah. So anyway. All right. Oh, look at that. We're at almost 45 minutes, 42 minutes. And if I throw in those pictures, that'll still be the same amount of time because I'll just put it over our faces. So there's that. If I do that, let's not get crazy because, editing is not my thing. All right. So ebb and flow of life, each day, each year, lifetime, etc., and so forth. Changing tasks and having better time management or different time management. How much did this pantry challenge, if it did, change what your plans are for this growing season and or your shopping season?
Good question. It is becoming more and more skeletal. So I know what I want to grow. I know what I want to preserve. In the past couple of years, the kids have been very interested in growing fun and new and exciting things, but then I don't know what to do with them, and they don't actually enjoy eating them. Like okra. My son decided that he loves okra, but he likes okra for like
5 minutes.
One day. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to grow that again because that's not really worth it.
Yeah.
So I love being able to have a wide variety, but I want to be able to kind of like focus it a little bit more and make it kind of like, you know how people have like a capsule wardrobe? So I want to have like a capsule pantry.
Well, that's what all restaurants tend to do.
Yeah.
It is like a good restaurant, when you're putting it together, will have your chicken, your beef, and your fish maybe. And then it'll have 5 or 10 specific ingredients. But with those 10 ingredients, you can make hundreds of different combinations.
Exactly. We do so many different things with our tomatoes. We do so many different things with peppers. We do so many different things with lemons.
Lemons. Yes, like I said, you really should go look up her lemon thing. Because it's just like, go to her Facebook thing, scroll down. Because yes, like for a month, well, for a couple weeks at least, I'm not on Facebook all that much, but it was like lemon this and lemon that and lemon this. And
I'm lemon poppy seed loaves are waiting for me when I get home.
And this is, to remind you, it is the lemon garlic hot sauce. Yes. I forgot to silence the other phone. My bad. I know. I didn't realize I had it with me, honestly. So yes, and I'm going to put my back up my little ticker talker thingies. All right. Any last parting words for anyone who wants to jump in for next year? Like, how did you get started maybe with canning a thing? Because I'm guessing you didn't start with like doing sweet, savory, and spicy.
No, started with like jams, jellies, apple sauces.
I have made blueberry jam.
I can wonder where you got those blueberries from.
Right there. 100% pesticide free, I promise.
Beautiful.
For decades.
That's beautiful.
Love that. Old vines.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
I'm watering at the mouth already. Thinking of all the possibilities.
We'll take a walk over there when we're done here.
Oh, good.
All right. So got started when? How?
So honestly, I've always loved gardening. So even when I was in college and I got my first apartment,
And doesn't she already look like she's still in college? Yes.
Oh, you sweet thing.
Well, you got your lovely.
Well, this hoodie's
Yes,
from you.
yes,
so.
I know. You are enough. For those of you who didn't know, I did give that to her. I let people, when I had a variety of them, I let them choose whatever color they wanted.
Yeah.
And so, all right. So back in college, you still liked.
I've always loved gardening. Wasn't always great at it, but got my first apartment, and there was like, I don't even know. It was like a 3x3 area by the steps going into my apartment, and I was like, "Please, Mr. Landlord, can I have a little garden?" And he was like, "Whatever." So I started then, just buying food, like fruit from the grocery store and making jams and stuff like that with them. Going apple picking at a local orchard. I always go crazy and buy like 2 giant totes, and then you have a ton of apples. So you got to figure out something to do with them because I really don't like food waste. If I'm going to spend money, I want to make sure that I'm maximizing and utilizing everything. So my advice is just look around your house, see what you like to eat, and ask yourself if that's something that you could learn how to make. It doesn't even have to be a shelf-stable thing, but sometimes just not having to buy something from the grocery store and knowing that you can make it to your taste with the ingredients that you want, the flavor that you want, and whatnot, is helpful. And my other piece of advice, because I learned the hard way, is there's real fatigue in it. And it's very easy to get very excited and ambitious and jump on in. And then the burnout is so real.
See, it's like you were thinking about what I was thinking about. Because here's the thing I have heard from so many gardeners, right? Yeah. You plant a little bit and you get a lot in return. And you're giving away all of the stuff forever because it's like you don't know what to do. So, I mean, my thought was because, like, my husband, we have tried the gardening thing. We're not gardeners. It's not our thing. So we have friends that garden instead because it works out better that way. And we have blueberries for our friends.
And we go to the range.
Then we go to the range. But yeah, a friend of mine, he loves gardening, but he's like, he just lost his wife. And she used to bring all the extras into work to give away. And now that she's not there anymore, he's like, I have all of these plants and all of this food, and I don't know what to do with it. Yeah. So it seems to me like you want to start small before you go crazy.
Just a few things, even just like an herb garden, or
it is lovely having an herb garden.
It is lovely having.
That I do have. I have sage.
Ooh, nice.
And parsleys.
Nice.
And mint. So I can mint like a weed. Mint is easy to grow.
It is. If you want to know how to grow something,
just make sure you put it in a pot. Otherwise, you're gonna have more mint than you know what to do.
You'll have minty grass.
There is
no.
We actually have onions in our.
Oh yeah, those wild chive things.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't eat them out of my yard because I don't know where my dog pees.
Valid.
So there's that.
Yeah.
But all right, so start small is not necessarily a bad idea.
Starting small is not a bad idea. And also things that are going to be bigger returns on your investment so that it's like encouraging to do. Things like lettuce. Like lettuce is very easy to grow and very expensive in the store and goes bad basically by the time you've bought it.
It is lovely because we've been successful a little bit with lettuce. And to go out and get the lettuce for your salad or for your sandwich is very lovely.
And you can just go and take a pair of scissors and just chop some, bring it inside, and then it grows back. So it just comes, which is very helpful. I don't know. I could go on and on and on about different suggestions about where to start, but every home is different. Everyone's lifestyle is different. Ooh. Your food preferences are different.
And where you live, how warm it is, what you can do.
Yes.
Like my Arizona folks who are in the desert, I'm not thinking they're doing a whole lot of gardening.
Right.
But they could get a hydro tower.
You can do stuff indoors.
And I did a hydro tower.
Yeah.
We are not gardeners. That's all I have to say about that.
I feel like that would be a challenge for me to.
I ended up giving it to a friend of mine who actually now owes me more. He told me he was going to grow stuff and give it to me, so I got to give him a call.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, is your basement full of little seedlings right now?
My kitchen.
Your kitchen, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And when do you start that?
It depends. So I start the sweet potatoes in February, started the peppers late February, early March, and then I just started my tomatoes beginning of April. But we have a lot of perennial stuff that's well established, so it's already coming back.
Are potatoes perennial?
Potatoes are not.
No, you have to every time. What are perennial foods?
So like rhubarbs, a lot of the herbs are. There's these things called sunchokes. What else?
Yeah, I never think of
Strawberries.
foods. Oh yeah.
Your blueberries.
Yes, my blueberries are.
Yeah, they come back year after year. So once they're established and happy, treat them nice and they'll treat you nice. Which is great.
Good to know.
Yeah.
All right, well, I did a time check, and now we're all up to 50. So
2 more hours, right?
2 more hours, yeah. Only if G23 is watching.
Yeah.
If G23 is not watching, then no, we're going to stop now. Because in 10 minutes is going to be Hillbilly Up's time to get on and shine. And who knows, maybe because you guys watch this, and maybe I'll see you on Hillbillies. I don't know. It depends on how awake or asleep I am by the time 10 o'clock rolls around. But thank you for coming. And thank you for all my yummy foods.
Of course.
And getting to the show and tell of the proper size coffee mug for all. And oh, but wait, but cheers. We can do cheers. And then I'll actually go make her an espresso when we're done. So there's that.
Yay.
All right, everybody. Thanks for popping in. Any comments, questions, etc., leave them down below after we end. Because as DJ always reminds you every week, wait till it finishes going, a refresh, and leave us a comment. Just say hi, Taryn, and then she can respond too. Especially if you're on the Facebook side. All right. Bye, everybody. I got to hit things.